Hello, ladies. Okay, today I have a special guest. Hello, ladies. How are you guys? Today I have a special guest. Can you guess who it is?
Hi.
Hi, babe. How are
Hey,
you?
beauty. I'm good. How are
I'm
you?
good.
Okay, wait. I just threw on a I threw on a little filter. Hold on. Let me share video. What does that mean?
I can
Yeah.
see you on my end. Let me check on my
Oh,
own.
perfect. Hi. We already have people coming
Yeah.
in. Yay. How are you doing, beauty?
I'm good. I'm good. How is Beverly Hills?
Oh, it is the rough streets of Beverly Hills. So I'm not at the office today. I am live from my office here. So I'm right at the hillside in Hollywood. So I'm looking at the Hollywood sign right now. Oh, you know what? I'll mess up the setup, but it's good, beautiful, all is well.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I was in LA in February and I loved it. Oh my God, I need to come back.
Girl, you have to let me know when
Mm.
you are back.
Yeah, next time.
I'll show you the world.
Nice. Okay, ladies. So I want to introduce you to Alessandra. So Alessandra is an amazing matchmaker and you need to learn from her today. Okay? So I'm waiting for more of you to come and join the live.
Beautiful. And yeah, I'm seeing she says, "Hi, can we ask questions here?" I
Yeah,
mean, I
sure, you can
believe
ask
so.
questions, of
Yeah,
course. Of
yeah,
course. But
yeah.
maybe we can keep the questions for the end, and I know that your time is limited and I want to respect that. So yeah, and lady, don't worry, like if you have to go to work right now, we're gonna put the replay on Instagram, on my YouTube channel, and you're gonna have the transcript as well on my blog. Okay. For the transcript, it might take a bit of time, but the replay, like you're gonna get the replay on my end on YouTube this next Monday.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, do you mind introducing yourself a little bit for my audience?
Yeah, absolutely. So, hi ladies. I love your audience because I'm actually a part of your audience too.
Yeah. I'm also
I've been
part of you.
following you for so long and I just love your content so much. So hi ladies, my name is Alessandra. I am a personal matchmaker based in Beverly Hills, even though today I'm in, Hollywood. But yeah, I mean, I own a matchmaking company called Matchmakers in the City. We've been around now for 12 years, which is wild. And our main office, our office is Beverly Hills. But yeah, I've worked with so many incredible men and women. The kind of common thread is that everybody is successful, and we get wonderful men and women. Of course, we get great women too, but we definitely get a lot of high value men and strong masculine energy vibes.
Awesome. 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 So, I just finished typing the title. Let
Beautiful.
me pin it. Awesome. So that everyone can get a notification. Awesome. Awesome.
Should I pin it to? Well, I'm just gonna let it go because I am not alive. Yeah, I haven't done it. I did it once before, but you know,
No, we
all good.
need to do it often because
Yeah,
it's a great way, to connect with the audience and all of that.
agreed.
Cool. Cool, cool, cool. So, ladies, I'm gonna ask Alessandra a couple of questions. Please take notes because she has a lot of wisdom to share, and she has been, doing it for a while and all of that. So, please listen. So, my first question is more about, your values. I want to know, what is femininity to you?
Yes, I mean, femininity to me is feeling. It's a feeling. And it's also a way of being, and it's a way of life.
Mm,
Um, Femininity is, yeah, it's a way of life. I love that the soft life is
mm-hmm,
being celebrated now,
mm-hmm,
because I think for so long women have been, it's been hammered in our heads that we need to be, in this really strong masculine energy. And you
mm-hmm,
can still, I mean, feminine energy is that softness, it's that warmth, it's that, it's feeling, and it's not just like acting it out, but it's
mm-hmm,
feeling it, because
mm-hmm,
once you are feeling safe, it's a feeling of safety, it's a feeling of, you're feeling bubbly, you're feeling effervescent, you're like feeling fabulous, like, not to be
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
but it's this
mm-hmm,
really, it's a feeling that I think is also a little bit, can be off-putting to people if they don't know that, if they don't get it, and if they've never felt it, and then they meet
mm-hmm,
somebody with a strong femininity and a strong feminine energy, and they're like, is she fake? And you're like, no, she's just like, she just came back from a massage at Burke Williams. Like, homegirl is feeling good. She is in her feminine energy.
mm-hmm,
Um, so yeah, I mean, it's softness, it's sensitivity, it's being okay with your emotions, whatever that emotion might be.
mm-hmm,
It's playfulness, it's flirtatiousness. Um, and yeah, it's also, it's just all of the wonderful things.
mm-hmm,
Like, feminine energy is the best. Like,
mm-hmm.
it's just the best.
I agree. I agree. And from my experience, I also feel like some people who aren't tuned in, they take us as, they think we are dumb.
Yeah.
You see, they're so disconnected from their higher self. They think that we are dumb for having the standards and the vision that we have for ourselves and all of that. But it doesn't upset me because I know the work I have put in to be the woman that I am today, and I know that I'm far from them, and I know that they're just tuned out. This is the reason why they can't get me.
It's so true. I think that, don't mistake kindness for
Mm-hmm,
weakness. And I think that that's like the feminine, that needs to be our feminine
mm-hmm,
motto, that we may be very kind, and we
mm-hmm,
may be very feminine, and we may be
mm-hmm,
living our best lives,
mm-hmm,
but that does not mean that we're weak.
mm-hmm,
It's the opposite. We're just in line and we're flowing with our natural strength,
mm-hmm,
instead of trying to go against the grain and
mm-hmm,
be something that we're not, which is these like masculine, like, ah, that's not us, I like to think of feminine energy is like the color, and masculine energy are like the lines.
mm-hmm,
So when you're coloring, it's feminine energy is like, it's all the color, and then the masculine are the lines, and it's a nice container, which I like. I love that all of these things are now just like, thanks to social media,
mm-hmm,
it's in the like common, everybody's using kind of this language, which I love, you
mm-hmm.
know
Yes,
yeah.
yes. And more people are becoming aware that there are other ways to live actually, and it's not that we are against feminism, far from it, because we are feminists that women can live better now.
It's so true. It's, yes, I think that the pendulum swings so far in, because women just felt like, oh my gosh, I want to, I want all of this. And, but the pendulum swings so far that way, that I think women actually got the raw end of the
Mm-hmm,
deal, because
mm-hmm,
now women are not only expected, like society says, oh, you have to be a high earner yourself,
mm-hmm.
and it's like you have to do all of it, and then women are looked down upon. That, it's a whole thing, I'm sorry, I'm kind of,
Yeah, but
yeah.
I totally see what you mean. Like society has so much expectations out of us women, but and when us women we say we want this, oh my God, the standards are too high.
Yeah, Yeah, but they're not.
Yeah, they're not. Awesome. Next question. What is a masculine man to you?
What is the
Yeah,
masculine,
is a, what is a masculine man to you?
a masculine
Mm-hmm.
mind to me?
Man.
Man, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. You're
Oh, that's
beautiful.
okay.
Your beautiful
That's okay.
accent. I'm just, here I am.
That's okay.
A masculine man is somebody um, who is just incredibly solid
Mm-hmm.
in his life. Like a
Mm-hmm.
masculine man is like a foundation of like whenever you build anything, like if you're building a house,
Mm-hmm.
it's the masculine man is that foundation of the house,
Mm-hmm.
and it's strong.
Mm-hmm.
And then also a masculine man is the wood. Oh dear. But it's like it's the wood that you have to put up. It's the walls. It's the roof. Like that's masculinity. That's a masculine man. Because then the woman is the feminine, and she's decorating. She put the couch there. That's the feminine energy, the way that I view it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, masculine men, they're protective,
Mm-hmm.
not in a, toxic way, because even though we love a little toxicity, it's just, ladies, we have to be careful, because yeah, they're protective, but in a really profoundly, just in a caring, they care. They're also, the masculine is very logical. It's less emotional, definitely less emotional. And it's a masculine man is, he loves providing, but not only financially, because I think a lot of women, something really beautiful, and especially with the clients that I see, a lot of the women that we work with, they have wonderful careers. So they don't necessarily need a guy that is providing their entire existence, but they still want a provider mindset. And a provider mindset is different. A provider mindset is, how can I help you? How can I make your life how can I make you feel so safe? How can I make you feel so protected? If it's, getting to the restaurant a half hour or 20 minutes early, or if it's making sure that she gets an Uber to the restaurant, or, but it's, that.
Yeah.
I kind of could go on and on.
Right.
It's a blessing and a curse.
Yeah. And do you find that the women who come for your um making services, like, do you find that, yeah, so they are high earners and all of that, but do you find them securely attached?
I mean, if I'm gonna be real, I will be honest. I think that they are, the men and women that we work with, um, the men and women that we work with have a variety of attachment styles. However, I think that a lot of they want to be secure. They
Yes, of
have
course.
the desire to be securely attached.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that supersedes somebody that's kind of coming, because a lot of times the securely attached men, they get swept up pretty quickly in the dating market.
Yeah.
And they're just, it's not, but I think for us, something that we do at our company is that, I am a matchmaker. I'm an amazing matchmaker, but I'm not a therapist, that's for sure. However, we have an MFT on our team. She's absolutely incredible. We have one of our other matchmakers has a master's in counseling, and she's phenomenal. So they are working alongside the team of matchmakers that are, they're date coaching them before their dates, they're date coaching them after their dates. So it's really incredible. Yeah.
Cool. Cool, cool, cool. And the reason why I'm asking you this, it's because this is something that I have noticed as well with the women who come to me for coaching. They have amazing careers. They're doing okay, like in life in general, like amazing friends, nice family life, and all of that. But when the man, checks all the boxes, or they think he checks all the boxes, now they're like super insecure, overthinking. Oh, is it the right thing to send him? Oh, he hasn't called me today. Do I need to call him? Like they overthink so much, and that's sad, because that's the overthinking actually who that makes the guy, go away. Because what men like that are looking for is a woman who is secure, and it's a woman they can seduce.
Yeah. I mean, when that is happening, when that's happening, and this is like in the dating stages of a relationship, because I think once exclusivity has been discussed and agreed upon, but I think in the dating phases, it's really important, and through the whole relationship, but women need to shift the focus back on themselves. Whenever, like, I think that ladies that are watching this and ladies that will watch this, whenever you find yourself overthinking, say, wait, pause, like pause that thought, pause it, and then shift your focus and say, okay, pausing that, shifting focus, let me go and look up a dress that I can wear for a fashion show that I'm going to. Or let me look up, like, oh, I've always had this dream to create or design. Or, oh, you know what? I'm due to get my nails done again. Let me obsess over what nail color I'm getting, what glaze I should be getting. Like, let me obsess over these things, so that you need to put yourself back as the main character of your life. Because, when a man does, when a man displays that he is worthy of that, of that main character role in your life, that is beautiful. But until he has really shown that everything that he's saying is reality, and he's not just, talking, a lot of these guys, they kind of know the right things to say and the right things to do, and especially in the first couple months. So that's why it's really important to, before putting a man on this high pedestal throne, and it's wonderful to really respect and value the man that you're with, and to give him this. But it's also like, he's not quite there yet. And so instead of him being up there, put yourself back on that throne. And also put yourself, overthinking is stopping from making a decision. Smiling. I'm just looking at the little comments. Overthinking can be, don't self-sabotage yourself out of a healthy situation. I think that a lot of women, and it's not their fault. I mean, dating can be really, really tough. But I think that a lot of times when a healthy man comes up, then it's like, you can kind of self-sabotage, and the goal is to not do that with a healthy man. But it's understandable when they do. So instead of that, it's like, shift the focus back on you and back on your dreams, your goals, your purpose. If you're spiritual at all, like, give it to God. Yeah.
And you know what? This expression, give it to God, was something that I didn't fully understand. Like, I didn't understand what it meant, but today this is actually, this is at least my understanding. I always tell myself that there are coaches, there are books, and trainings for everything. And with the trainings, the mentorship, and all of that, I can overcome any situation. But if until today, like I didn't take any training that allows me to overcome the situation that I am facing, it means that I have to leave it to God, in the sense, not in the sense where I need to give up on that goal and that I need to give up on finding a solution. I just trust that that higher power, that is gonna either take care of it for me, or is gonna give me the skills that I need to overcome this challenge, either through a coaching, a conversation, a new friend, whatever. And this is actually now my understanding of the give it to God.
I love that so much. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think when you're dating, it
Mm-hmm.
can feel, yeah, definitely, a little bit like, oh my gosh, what do I do?
Mm-hmm.
But I always know that it's going to be this or better.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're like, you need to be a little delulu when you're
Mm-hmm.
dating. Like you have to be,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not even delulu because you are, I think also that's why it's so important to set those kind of initial boundaries for yourself as you begin dating. And even if you've been dating for a while, it's really important to pause and then set a list of boundaries. And it's not just physical boundaries, it's emotional boundaries, it's
Mm-hmm.
spiritual boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
It's just setting that list of boundaries so you know that, okay, these are boundaries that I have.
Mm-hmm.
And I know and I trust, as long as I kind of am aligned with that, we're
Mm-hmm.
good. And then also just knowing that, okay, it's going to be this or better. And a
Yes.
man's rejection is God's protection, or
Mm-hmm.
just rejection of any kind is
Mm-hmm.
God's protection. And I mean, the beauty about all of this, I've been a matchmaker for 12 years. I have worked with thousands of single men and women. And, if something is not right, it's not, that's not the end. So it's not going to last.
Mm-hmm.
And that's beautiful. That is beautiful. So know that. And again, that's why it's leaning back into that feminine nature where you're flowing. Go into the flow. But also it's okay to have boundaries and say, oh, this doesn't align,
Mm-hmm.
with my goals, with my values.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can say, okay, if this doesn't align, let me shift courses and let me adjust.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And I want to add something that makes me think of femininity as well, is your ability to surrender. You see, to release control and tell yourself, oh, like I stay in the present and I take it one day at a time. Even when you are married with 10 kids, you still take it one day at a time, because the goal is to stay happy together for a long time, not just together, not just be together for the sake of it.
Yes, yes. Um, as the great Miley Cyrus said, it's the climb. And it really is. It's about the climb. And it's not about like the mountain. It's not about that perfect wedding. It's
Mm-hmm.
about the climb, and
Mm-hmm.
it's about the journey. It's cheesy, but it's real. It's
Yeah.
so real.
Yeah.
Miley knows.
So my next question is, what are your top three values and what does it mean to you? What are your top three values?
I think that my top three values are: number one is honesty. Number one is honesty.
Mm-hmm.
I think just like transparency, honesty, if a relationship doesn't have that, it is dead in the water. Nope. Next. Absolutely not. So honesty, transparency, number one value for
Mm-hmm.
me. And number two would be ambition.
Mm-hmm.
I know that I know for me, it's, I am, I am a definitely, I would say high on the feminine energy scale. And I am probably one of the most ambitious people, that I've ever met. And I live in LA. And I think that for when you're with a partner, it's really important to have that North Star.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, it's both, if your partner is happy with the status quo, he's good, it's not gonna help you. It's not going to inspire, encourage, bring you hope, get you excited. So that having that, it doesn't have to be exactly the same North Star that you guys have, but as you're building a relationship, it's really cool to discern with each other, like, hey, what is a joint North Star that we have, and go with that. And then my third one is humor. It's just a huge value for me. Half of my life, more than half of my life, I want to be laughing, and I always am laughing. And I need to have humor. Yeah. So I love people with humor. And I think also humor is a really great indicator of compatibility. If two people have a kind of similar humor, it usually means that mentally they are at a similar level. So I think it's like, if you guys can really laugh about all the little things, I think that's beautiful.
Yeah. Yes. And I just want to say something about ambition. And I'm so happy you mentioned it, because there are some women in the femininity community, they think that having a provider means that they can be lazy. They think it's for lazy women, but it isn't. You see, the women that I see who just want, to be provided for, are women who end up being, the side chick.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. I think that, definitely in the community, I think it's really important for, I think, how do I explain this? I think that there's a lot of women are actually doing men a service when women allow a man to, like, be the best version of himself. And when they set a standard of treatment, that not in a way of like, if you don't treat me like this, I'm blah, 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 blah. It's like you're setting, it's just the way, and this is why I think a lot of the work happens before you're even dating. I think that I know, one of our bachelorettes, she had been in a relationship for like 5 or 6 years, and she had not been single in so long. So, she came to us and we were like, you're not ready for matchmaking, bless. So we did a coaching program with her, and I know you do a lot of this coaching, and this is why this is essential. So, this is essential. But I think it's so important for a woman to really figure out what makes you happy, like what lights you up, what puts you in your feminine energy. Is it, what are these things? So that when you're going into a relationship, you're not then, there's no question about it. It's just the way you treat yourself is exactly the other people are going to see, like, she treats herself really, really well. Like, if I want to be a part of her life, it only makes sense she can do for herself, but that go above and beyond. And then that encourages a man. It gets his testosterone going because he's like, oh my goodness, like, I want to do more. This is great. Oh my gosh, I'm so inspired. Okay, she wants, let's make it beautiful. And she's so wonderful. Let me give her, and some women are, love languages is gift giving, some is words of affirmation, some is whatever. But I think it does, when you just set that standard of, of course, this is just how it is with me. And then I think men, and also it's giving gratitude. I think a lot of the, so many women don't give gratitude. And especially when they're in these situations, because there is there are some women that just kind of are doing it, and it's not for the intention of you know, helping the man be the best version of himself, or helping yourself be the best. So you need to revisit your intentions, you know, revisit your intentions and figure out, okay, what are my intentions here? Is it to, you know, get a Chanel bag? If it is to get a Chanel bag, honey, you know, there are other ways of getting a Chanel bag. Or is it, I want to be with a man that is so grateful for this relationship that he, and one of his love languages is gift giving, and he shows me that through that. That's a good intention, but men can also sift that out. I mean, if a woman comes in and she has money, you know, she looks at him and has, you know, money signs in her eyes, this is the most repulsive thing to men. And I understand. I mean, we get a lot of men like this that come in and they're like, listen, you know, there are a lot of beautiful women out there, and a lot of these women, though, they use me, and I don't want to be used. I want to fall in love. And of course I'm going to give the woman that I love, of course, you know, I'm at a great place in my career and I want to shower her with all these wonderful things, but she can't just be in it for the financials. It's just there are other ways of doing it that are a lot easier, or not easier, but like it requires a similar amount of effort, you know?
And basically, for the women who are new to this, or maybe you have been dating for money alone, and now you want love, the way you have to have a look at it is, well, there are two things that I want to share. The independence is when you are single, and you should seek interdependence when you date, you see. And another thing about the money is the same thing as the sex for us. Like, it's part of the relationship. It can't be the entire relationship, you see.
You said that so well. Yes. Yes. And yes.
Awesome. Maybe we're gonna have to do another live session, because I know that you need to leave soon, and I don't want to take all of your time. But yeah, I have one question here about your story a little bit. So can you please name like a healthy feminine habit that you managed to develop over time, and like what were the challenges that you had when you started to develop those habits?
Yeah, definitely. I learned, you know, I own a company. So I own a matchmaker. Well, I co-own a company. So I don't make all the decisions. And I'm a co-owner. But I do manage, I manage the matchmakers, and even though in my job, I work with a smaller number of more like VIP celebrity clients. A lot of my time, because my clients are I'm a pretty good matchmaker, I'm not gonna lie. So usually, like, two of my clients are like on freeze, they're happy. But yeah, so I output a lot of I work a lot, and I learned that it's really like self-care is essential. And if I'm not happy, if I'm not good, if I haven't gotten rest, if I haven't gotten, you know, my self-care things on ready, I can fake it. I can fake it very easily when I'm in meetings and stuff like that, but I will burn out. And that happened to me a few years ago when I just totally burned out. And it was like, just like a combination of, I was in the like more personal things, but I had to end like a really big relationship, and it was devastating. And I literally like couldn't eat, like it was so bad. So but I was still working, and I was still doing fine, but it was like I relate so heavily to Taylor Swift's song, I Can Do It With a Broken Heart, because that was literally, it was like, you're just like, you're doing it, and it's like, you're like, okay, like, oh my gosh, she's having the time of her life, but then it's like, oh honey, if you only knew that I was like down bad crying at the gym. So it was in that moment that I realized that I needed to totally like clean house and figure out what my pillars were, figure out what I needed and also build for me, community is so big, and that being around other women that are real, that are not pretending like they have a perfect life, and that like everything is, you know, that, and like not in competition with each other. Because prior to that experience, I was in a friend group, and not to, you know, kill any of that, but I think a lot of there was this like competition of like, oh, okay, well, I'm getting engaged, I'm getting married, and then it's like, oh my gosh, what's happening? So for me, it was really important to rebuild everything. So I started a women's group. We're called the E Collective. If you're in LA, let me know, ladies. We're not actually opening new. We're not actually open right now for new members because we're full. But it was so amazing because we meet every single week. And I definitely, ladies, I recommend this so much to you. I think women are meant to be in community. Like if you look back at female history, and just like evolution, women need to be in community. So I started this amazing women's group, and we meet every single week, and we have a different workshop every week where one of the girls leads, and it could be about femininity. It could be about, like this last week, we did it about our financial personas or like that. So we took a quiz and blah, 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 but it was wonderful. So I did that. I also got myself a Burke Williams membership. I am a big massage spa girly, and I love it. And I actually had been introduced to that by an amazing man that I dated years ago, and he was such a sweetheart, and he was wonderful, such a provider mindset, and he would just send me on we would go together to get massages, and we went to like all these different Ritzes, and it was just so beautiful, and he was such a gem, and he showed me that, wow, like this is something that, you know, I want to gift to myself. And even though it was not the right long-term relationship for me, I took so much out of that relationship. And so I got myself a Burke Williams membership and made it a point to get like full spa days, like every couple months, just to keep up with, you know, my needs. And also I'm also very much a girly girl. Like I created my whole cloffice, which is basically like all of my, it's like clothing and handbags, and like, it's so cute. I'll show you. It's really, because I'm working from home today. But I love design, and I love building. I'll show you. This is my little cloffice here. And then this is the Hollywood sign. So cute. It's a little, but like my beautiful little cloffice. And I'm moving to a bigger spot, but it's in the same building. But anyway, so all that to say, I'm sorry, like live. Here we go. This is live, my darling friends. But you know, just really building in, and just, you know, really like investing in myself and in my happiness and in my friendships. And
I love that for you. And yeah, amazing. Okay, I don't want you to run late to your
it's fine.
Appointment.
We have 5 minutes. Okay. My meeting is a Zoom, so we have 5 more minutes.
Okay, cool. Is there like a place where you can recommend ladies to go to LA where they can meet, you know, men who work on themselves?
Yeah, I think that there are good men everywhere. And I know that this is such a trite answer, but I think that there are good men everywhere. And it's just a matter of making eye contact, smiling. And also when you're building yourself, like if a woman is, if you are, you know, and like the feminine nature is also about like really, self-care, but it's also making sure that you're the best version of yourself. So, and that also means physically. It means like hair. I mean, for me, I love getting my like lashes. I love lashes. I could like lash all day long.
Yeah.
Nails, like, you know, and really like just taking, whenever you go out anywhere, just dress up a little more, like wear your clothing. So many women have lovely closets. We have in at our company, we have a stylist go in and do a
Nice.
date night wardrobe edit and a date night shopping session for the ladies and for the men too, because men need it a lot, bless them. But they like, they'll look in these closets of our clients and they'll be like, you have so many amazing clothing, like why are you not wearing this? And it's like, oh well, I'm just going to the supermarket, I'm just going to, you know, I'm just picking something up from I have to drop my dog off here, I have to, you know, grab it. But get out of the house and don't Uber Eats everything, don't, you know, Instacart everything, because I get it that it's, you know, if you're busy, but you have to be out and about. I also think like taking up hobbies, you know, golfing is amazing. Ladies, if you do not golf, you need to start golfing. Like go to the driving range. It's all guys. I'm not looking. Like I have an amazing partner who's amazing. But like whenever we go to the driving range, it is raining men. Hallelujah. Like ladies, go to the driving range, like go to male spaces that are, you know, I know that an issue with a lot of women, we tend to, you know, I go to brunch, like I'm in a lot of feminine spaces, but also as a matchmaker, I learned you have to go into male spaces. Also, any charity galas, charity events are phenomenal. And the goal is not to go to meet men. I think that that's like a big, I think that that's a big thing that women need to realize. Don't go to meet men. Go because it's a fabulous event and like, or it's a really great cause and you want to support the cause and you'll maybe meet new friends. And a lot of times also if you go to an event, like I was just at the Viennese Opera Ball in New York City and I was there, like it was like matchmaking conference, like it was amazing. But I ended up meeting these incredible women. Like I met basically women. I met a couple, you know, I met like the ambassador of Austria, whatever. He needs love too. But, you know, I met a lot of different people that I'm like, oh my gosh, like we're like ball besties. And now I have this new group of girls that we have similar interests. And, you know, one of them keeps inviting me to all of these fabulous balls and events that are happening. And so, but don't go saying I'm going to meet men. Say I'm going because this is a fabulous place and I'm just going to talk to everyone. I'm going to smile. And even if you're an introvert, if you just smile and you can even say, oh, hey, like, I really like your shoes. They look great. Or, wow, you smell so good. What is that scent that you're wearing? You don't have to be like, hi, it's so nice to meet you. Like for me, that's how I am because I'm a matchmaker. And also I'm a social butterfly. But for a lot of women, I know that they're a bit more introverted, but if you just smile, a smile goes such a long way, you know?
Yes. I totally agree. Awesome. And yeah, I don't know if this is something that you noticed as well with the women that you work with in your company, but like a lot of women when they reach adulthood, they stop going out. They just stop. I don't know what's happening, but like after uni, women stop going out.
Yeah. No, that has to end. Ladies, your hibernation period is over. You are no longer quarantining. It is time to go out. It's time to be in the world, in society. That's where you're going to meet wonderful people. And also, I mean, there's nothing wrong, and I'll hop off in a minute, but I don't think that there's anything wrong with using dating apps. I don't think that they're the devil. I think that there are some demonic men on dating apps, that's for sure. But I don't think that the dating apps are a terrible way of meeting men. I think if anything, it's like investing. You want to diversify your portfolio. You don't want to put all of your money in one stock. You want to put a little bit in the dating apps. That's one avenue. Who knows? And then another you set your event calendar. Just say, I'm going to go to one non-work related event per month. And make them be exciting. And yes, they might be a little more expensive. I know that a lot of the charities I go to and the events, they're a little bit pricier, but it's always for a good cause. It's a tax write-off, and it's worth it. So that's where you should be putting your, but don't just put them all in the dating apps. And also use the dating apps in a different way. Don't just go out with guys that are hot. Go out with men that, you know, they have great careers in the, you know, if they don't have their career, I'm sorry, you got to swipe left. I don't care if they're beautiful men. Swipe left, it's okay. You have to make sure career, do they want to get married? Do they want to have children? Is religion compatible? All of that. But anyway, I wish I could chat more, but I am 2 minutes late for my next meeting.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, babe, for showing up. And I'm sure we can catch up later on because we have a lot to unpack.
We have a lot more to discuss, but thank you. And ladies from the community, it was so nice to, you know, be acquainted.
Go follow her. Go follow her.
Yeah, definitely follow. And, you know, and if you're based in LA, we're Beverly Hills based matchmaking firm, but so nice to meet all of you. Biggest hug, sending all of my love. Have the best weekend. We will talk very soon.
Bye, Alexandra. Bye-bye.
Bye, beauty. Bye.
Okay, ladies, it was so nice to tune in with you. And yeah, I'm gonna put the replay on YouTube and maybe later on my Instagram as well. I'm gonna come back for more live sessions because I have a few things to share with you. So yeah, yeah, it was lovely for me too, and for Alessandra as well. Like she left, but it was lovely for her as well. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. And yeah, I will see you next time. Bye bye.